So welcome to part 2 of the video. We'll be talking a little bit more about blocks and the block editor, attributes, so we have a good foundation before we start creating our dynamic block. The first thing that we need to do here is just create a block of just this upper drawing here. And the best way of doing that is just type in B for block. And in this dialog, we can give it a name. We'll call this section bubble. And description, we'll just call it the same. Then down here, let's go ahead and check this to make sure that we open the block editor. Now, if you're in metric, you'll need to choose your units here, which is important, and then choose OK. And now it's just asking for the base point of the block. We're going to set the base point here, and we're going to select the intervenes. We'll press Enter. Now, here is where you're going to see the block attributes. We'll come back to this later. Now we're in the block editor. You can come up here and you'll be able to see different things going on in this menu here. We've got these 3 different commands here, open and save and so forth. We'll be exploring this section here with our action parameters here. And we'll also be exploring the visibility states in the future video. Here is where we can define attributes, and I showed you that already with the ATT command. And here's where I'll be closing and saving the block using this button here. If we select this attribute here and then come over in our properties palette, you'll be able to see that I have middle center. So I'm going to move it over based on this grip here in the middle. We're here. This one, if I select it here, we'll see that over here in the properties palette, you'll see that this is set to justify left. We actually want that to be set to the middle center. It's like the other one. And I'll just take it here from this point here, snap to the middle here, and then I'm just going to manually move it down. We'll just use the M command again. Let's go ahead and close the block editor out. And we choose Save Changes to Section Bubble. I'm using a AutoCAD-like program called ATTSYNC. And in this video, I'm using a few of those tools. You'll also find those tools in AutoCAD as well. So if you're using AutoCAD, this video will be helpful to you in the same way. ATTSYNC is a AutoCAD alternative and cost about 1/4 of what AutoCAD does. For more, you can visit cadavenue.com/ATTSYNC.html. As you can see, if we zoom down the bubble here, we've still got some issues going on. And the reason why this is because we need to update the attributes. The way to do that is to just do the command called ATTSYNC here. So we choose this one. And we choose the select, and then we select the block, then we choose yes, and that just refreshes those attributes for us. I wanted to show you is a couple things. If we click on this, this is the block here, but then if we go down into our properties palette, right here in this lower section here, we'll be able to see the attributes. And from here, we can actually just give it those values. So let's say if this is section number 1 on sheet S3, let's say. Now, if I go to my block here, I'll be able to see that update. I still have an issue with this one. It's just not quite centered. If I need to go back in and adjust this even further, I can click the block, right click, and I can choose the block editor. From the right click shortcuts, we'll come up here, and I can just move this over, just nudge it over ever so slightly, and then close the editor, and then do ATTSYNC here, enter, select the block, enter, and then that will refresh it there. Since we're talking about blocks, The big advantage of blocks is the fact is if you have, let's say, multiple instances of this block, let's just copy this up here, or we'll copy another one over here with the CO command. And we change something about this block. So right click again, choose the block editor. Let's just stretch this up here so that the arrow is closer to the bubble. We'll close it. We'll save it. Now notice that all these blocks, the arrows have shortened, except for this one because this has another block name, so it's not included in this update. But I can override those attributes like I showed you earlier, where I can override each one separately. Overriding the attributes does not affect the other blocks. I'm going to go ahead and undo that change. So I'm going to do a Control-Z and a Control-Z and then Control-Z again and save this. So it brings back that arrow light.